Hello, everyone. Day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas. And today we're taking into consideration exactly the season we're in. So we're fastly approaching the end of the year. And it tends to be that moment of the year, especially for adults, where you take stock of past years. And it often is a moment for people to dwell a little bit into their past mistakes or everywhere they haven't been fast enough or they forgot to take action on whatever priorities they had. And then life goes on. Mm-mm-mm. So while I firmly believe it's amazing and absolutely necessary to acknowledge, learn from whatever experience we have, and then move on, dwelling might not be our best choice, especially for the thing that usually happens. So when you complain about something, you are vibrationally compatible with the vibration of complaining and the not enough and the scarcity and the penurious universe. So you tend to attract more of that. So, anyhow, today's tool is do not tell or listen to the story. And I love it because it's very applicable to both kids and adults. Well, let's start with the kids. In my experience, younger kids do not have that much a perception of time. So, past, present, future, it's a bit confused. It's not a concept that they might have interiorized yet. So, I have never seen with younger kids the tendency to dwell on the past, while mm-mm-mm, teenage and pre-teenage start strongly to somehow make their stories and make their past bigger than them and their capacity to choose. So, and this is a great question that you can ask, especially I find that teens have this kind of need to confirm their identity as it's shaping and changing and developing. So, um, very often I see, and I'm talking about parenting and I'm talking about teaching as well, because I have several, teenagers that I come in contact with daily. Um, so everywhere they use their past story as a reason and justification not to choose because they validate a certain identity that that is not their best option. And so what I would encourage with as an adult with kids and younger kids is to introduce the concept of do not tell, listen to, or buy the story. So do not make the story bigger than you. And one simple question that you can use is what story am I making bigger than my present capacity to choose? And it's a bit of an invitation to move forward and rather than dwell and stay in the past and find reason and justification for why you cannot, really have the ability and the vulnerability and the courage to be like, okay, done. What now? My past does not define me. It teaches me something, but it doesn't define me. It contributes, doesn't define me. And as adults, I also believe that this is a great teaching to, bear in the back of your mind. Do not tell or listen to or buy this story. Um, in regard to kids, I find that I go periodically through a moment that I call update the file with my sons because I create somewhat an image and an identity of who they are, what they're capable or not of doing, and then I kind of stick to that. And I sometimes forget they're growing, and as I am growing, so I often take, I would say monthly, take some time to update the file. So to look at my kids without any lenses of my, you know, past point of view on and just wonder who are they now? What are they capable of? What are they struggling with? What are they aiming for? What are they exploring right now that I might have not considered before? So, and of course, as adults, it's something to not tell, buy, or listen to the story. It's something that we can applicate for our own life. And rather than finding reason and justification, be a bit more proactive, a bit more forward thinking oriented. Um, but I also find that this bit of a trick in relationship to our kids. Help us to see the person that we have in front of us rather than any past version that we might feel extremely attached and in love with. So update the files. It's something though that allow your kids to grow even further and to know that you are capable as a parent to be present and to be aware and in touch with whatever version, whatever capacity they're putting in, you know, on the table right now. And that even though you love all their past version, you're willing to see that they're growing and you're willing to accompany and encourage that. Okay. So, it might just be a post-it that you stick on the fridge or somewhere that, bathroom mirror is a fairy because you brush your teeth a couple of times a day at least. So do not tell, listen to, or buy the story. You can just write it on a sticky note, put it there, and if ever someone in your family asks you, then you can invite them to that conversation, show them this video, and consider that as we move into the new year. Okay, so that's it for today. If you're curious about more tools to be energetically congruent with yourself, to access your capacities, to be more and more resourceful every day, go to the Access Consciousness website and my profile page. You can find all the next introduction of conscious parents, which is kids, which is this specialty, and even book your own session. All right. So I will see you tomorrow, midway.